Okay, so in a laboratory hidden somewhere in Africa there was experimentation taking place on animal-human hybrids. The main ones we will talk about are 605, 720, 713, 712, and 805. So first we have the cute ones, 712 and 713. 712 was a human hare hybrid and 713 was a human aardwolf hybrid. They were put together to test how predator-prey relationships work with the human hybrids. The two fell in love and depended on one another for emotional support. That was until during one of 712's vaccinations when he was given the wrong drug, making him die slowly and painfully in a pool of his own vomit and blood in front of his love. Good job, scientists, you gave the boy anxiety. Before I talk about my edgelords, let me talk about 805 because he gets important later. 805 is a lion-human hybrid, but he wasn't bred to be like that like the other experiments. His genetic code was changed piece by piece until he became a hybrid. He has anger issues and is unable to speak like a person. He can growl and roar, but that isn't often. He has back issues and tends to walk on all fours because it hurts his back less. Okay, now I can move on. Now let's talk about the edgy ones, 605 and 720. 605 was a bongo antelope human hybrid and 720 was a white-backed vulture human hybrid. They were put together to test endurance of hybrids, like how long 720 can fly and all that jazz. 720 is head over heels for 605, but his love isn't returned. 605 is very void of emotions and is very stoic, so it's hard to tell what he wants. One day Bongo Boy was being tested on when he finally thought, "I'm outta here, you losers," and murdered one of the scientists with his horns and buff muscles. He was on his way to escape when 713 was also out for testing, pleading him to help him get to freedom too. 605 is a total pushover and brought 713 with him. They both escaped and renamed themselves, 605 becoming Moon and 713 becoming River. Story doesn't end here, folks. 720 is all edgy and upset over how Moon left him in the dust like that, so he begged the scientists to let him go find him. Since he's kinda scrawny, they paired him up with 805 to go find him after getting tracking devices implanted. 805 was nicknamed Leon by 720, but 720 is too butthurt to rename himself. Now Moon and River are on the run from a crazy bird and a buff lion man. Also during their long journey, Moon and River develop feelings for each other and fall in love, while 720 is still edgy and obsessed with Moon. What a loser. So Moon and River go on a long journey avoiding 720 and Leon, attempting to make it to America, which according to rumors in the laboratory, is a safe haven where they can be free. 720 and Leon manage to find them at one point, but a giant fight breaks out. Moon fought with 720, making him have a huge gash in his stomach, later becoming a scar. Leon has a slight crush on 720, so this made him very angry. Moon then saw River being strangled by Leon, making him flip out and beat the crap out of him. The two had to retreat so they could patch up 720 at the laboratory. They haven't seen them since, but they are still on the hunt for them. Moon and River eventually make it to a small town and stow away on a ship headed to America. The ship stopped in Oregon and Moon and River, now realizing they were in America, cried tears of joy and hugged until they realized, where are they even gonna stay, their hybrids, everyone will flip out. That was until they met Ray. Ray is a very sweet trans girl who owns a cafe/flower shop. She is a very generous woman and loves all living things. Her parents had recently moved away to Florida, so she moved into the upstairs bedroom in the cafe, leaving her with an empty house. Ray let Moon and River move into her old house. River, being a weird hybrid, eats any bugs in the cafe, messing with the plants, so I guess she did get something in return. Moon and River have 3 more friends after Ray. Austin is a high school dropout who was kicked out by his parents for being pansexual. He lived with Ray along with his pet dog Bruiser until he could afford his own apartment by working at the cafe and a local bar as a waiter. Addie moved to Oregon from Georgia with their tarantula named Harris because they wanted a fresh start. Their babysitting job wasn't getting them enough money for rent, so they sent out an application for a roommate. Austin took the opportunity and the two are now best friends. Last person to talk about is Alan. River tends to be unstable when he is alone, but he wanted to prove that he could do it, so Moon let him go to the bar where Austin works for a while. He was expected to come home at around 10 or so. River, being a lightweight, ended up wasted and was getting into all kinds of trouble while Austin worked. Alan, being a sweetheart, brought River to his house and let him stay the night to avoid trouble. Moon was panicking all night over River and was very upset when he got a call at 8 in the morning from River's phone, Alan being on the other line. Moon had a discussion with Alan while River slept in, and brought River home. Moon stayed with Alan while he was mad at River, meeting Alan's cat and mother, who is a sweet woman who makes the gang cookies all the time. When Moon finally calmed down, he went back home to River and Alan joined their happy friend group. The end.